Okay, I'm outside of this house on Lamplighter, and I just want to give you a feel for the neighborhood real quick. This is looking east down Lamplighter towards Gary Lane, which is the main road that you'd use to access this neighborhood. It's a pretty desirable area. There's a junior high school on Gary Lane that is pretty well known around town, and so their schools are nearby. Most of the houses are pretty similar. These are all smaller single family homes, all pretty good shape. This one right next door, there's some weeds and stuff out front. It doesn't look like it's been loved too much. This is the house right here, 6838 Lamplighter. And then it looks like they're doing some landscaping and some rehab on the house next door too. So the house next door has solar panels, and this one does too, so I'll show you. And then just looking down the street here, there's actually another house for sale 4 or 5 down on Glencrest, and so I'll look up some information on that and send it over to you as well. But this is the house right here. So you can see there's some solar panels on the roof, but the yard's in really good shape. They've got nice landscaping. I don't know much about the solar panels in this particular instance. Sometimes if they're not paid off, then you can inherit a solar panel payment. So I don't know what the situation is here, but the roof looks like it's relatively new, not a brand new roof, but it's probably somewhere around 10 years old, I would think. But walking up to the house, you can see the gardens are really well kept around here. The backyard's really big. They have dogs, and so there's a couple, you can tell like there's a couple paths where the dogs run, and I'll show you that, but it's a well kept yard and a nice house. All right, so right when I walk in, I'm in the living room, just so you can see there's your dining area over there, and fireplace and TV right here, the window overlooking the front of the house. It's kind of like a mint green paint in most of the common areas, and then they have kind of this wall as you walk in. It's like a weathered barnwood that's been painted over, so kind of a cool look. And just so you know, like all the main areas, they have this laminate flooring. It's an okay physical shape, but I can tell it's been here for a while, and you can see like along here some of the joints have pulled apart a little bit. So, I mean, if I were buying this as a rental, I think there's still some life left in this flooring, but it's something that might replace in the next 5 years or so. So living room here is probably about 15 by 12 feet, something like that. This fireplace is a wood burning fireplace, and so it's probably fine as it is, but I would probably ask tenants either not to use it or plan on putting a gas insert in there at some point too, so they don't have to mess with any fire. That being said, dining room here is probably about 12 by 8 feet, I would say. So there's enough room for a small dining table here, but it's not a huge space. And then you got your kitchen back over here. I'm going to head back that way, but I also want to show you that the hallway where all the beds and bathrooms are down this way. And then just for your reference, there's the front door right there. So if I come in the front door and turn left down that hall, there's all the bedrooms and the bathroom. And I can go right around the corner here to the kitchen and the dining area. So kitchen, it's got this rolled linoleum floor that's got green and white squares on it. You've got original cabinets that have been painted. They're in okay physical shape. I wouldn't say that you need to replace the cabinets, but you can tell that they're older cabinets. And then the countertops are all these tiles, and it looks a little bit dated. It looks like they're in good physical shape, but it's just kind of a dated look. So not a huge deal. But the kitchen itself, from the window over here to this wall, I would say it's about 8 feet, and it's probably about 8, maybe 10 feet deep. And then towards the back here, you have a pantry and a laundry room. So this fridge is too big for this space. You're gonna have to squeeze, but you can see they've got some shelving and stuff in here. And then your laundry machine's back this way. This room is about 4 by 6 feet probably. It's a little room, but it does the job. We'll head out here and look in the backyard. So if I come back through this glass door, you've got a pretty good sized deck. This deck is probably about 15 by 18 feet, I would say. And a big backyard, lots of green space, and it's even bigger over here. They've got a big dog run back there. So, I mean, the yard is cool. It's well kept, but you have to think also as a rental, this is a lot of space for you to maintain. You'd have to have somebody over here mowing and weeding regularly too, so that's an added expense. And you probably, well, I don't know if you'd want to do something else with this dog run, but this is a big space back here. It looks like they just use it for play space for the dogs. Also want to point out, I mean, one of the reasons people like this neighborhood is you can see, if I kind of zoom in here, that you've got a pretty good view of the foothills. And I'm not saying that this is a view lot or anything like that, but the access to the foothills is pretty good. So a lot of people who live in this neighborhood like it because you can go mountain biking or hiking and pretty much just walk out your back door. I mean, you're probably half a mile or so from the foothills here. So big backyard. Just wanted to show you the back of the house here. And then they have a little side yard over here that they're just using to store tools and some other stuff. And your air conditioners over here. It looks like, I looked at the furnace too. The HVAC system is only a few years old. So pretty new air conditioner. Here is the solar control panel right there. And then obviously you've got your electric meter here. So yeah, I don't know anything about solar, but right there's your spot. You'll show you from the inside of the garage too. They've got a little dog door installed here as well. So I think they've got a couple big dogs. So we'll go back in and check out the rest of the house. Okay. So heading back through the dining area and down this hall. So just so you get a feel for the layout, this first room on the left here is a bedroom. This first room on the right is a bathroom, and then straight ahead, it would be your master bedroom. It's the largest one. And then there's a hallway. If I head down that hallway, there's one more bedroom and access to the garage. So I'm gonna start with this first bedroom. And I wanna point out that the bedrooms have a different type of laminate flooring. So there's two different kind of colors of laminate flooring in the house. But this is a pretty basic room. It's yellow and it's a relatively small room. It's probably 9 by 10 feet, something like that. You see shelving all the way around, and then you've got a mirrored door closet here. This closet's about 6 feet by 3 feet deep. And then directly across the hall, you've got your bathroom. And the bathroom's a little bit dated. It looks like they probably put some new flooring in the last 10 years or so. You've got an original fiberglass tub surround. One piece, which is nice. It's easy to keep clean and they don't leak or anything like that. And then you've got your toilet and a pedestal sink. So there's not a traditional vanity in here, not a ton of storage, but you've got, it opens it up a little bit to put that pedestal in there. And I also want to point out that behind the door, this is probably something they added at some point. There's an extra door here that goes into the master bedroom. So it's kind of a Jack and Jill setup. So this bedroom, you can go directly into the bathroom from this bedroom if you choose to do so. So this is the biggest bedroom, and this is a king bed, just to give you a little bit of perspective. But the king bed takes up most of the room. There's a few feet on this side, and then there's only about maybe 2 feet on this side of the bed to walk by. So I would say this room's probably about 14 feet wide and 10 feet deep. You see there's the door to that bathroom. And then you've got your master closet here. So that master closet's about 8 feet by 3 feet deep. Then walking back out here, you just got a linen closet, a little bit of storage in the hall. And then rather than head back down towards the living room, I'm going to turn right down this hall. And that door straight ahead goes to the garage, and you've got your last bedroom right here. And pretty basic bedroom. This one is pretty small too. I would say this room is about probably 8 or 9 feet wide and 10 feet deep. And there's a little closet right back behind the door here. This it's about 4 by 2 feet, I would say. All right, finally the garage right through here. They've got a bunch of doors and shelving on this side, so you probably couldn't fit 2 cars in here just because the shelving, it's pretty deep and it takes up a lot of this bay. There's a garage door opener here, and then you can see that they have a little corral there for their dogs where that dog door is that I pointed from the outside. So anyhow, with the shelving in here, you really could only fit 1 car. I would probably at least get rid of a couple of those first bays of shelving so you could put 2 cars in here if you wanted to, but you'd lose some storage. So you've got your water heater and your gas furnace over here. The water heater is pretty new. I didn't see a sticker on it with the date, but I can't imagine this thing is more than, 5 years old at the most. And then here you've got your gas furnace, and that was installed in 2019. So that air conditioner outside is 2019 also. Then finally, a couple things. You've got sprinkler controller here, so there's in-ground sprinklers. And then your electrical service panel is right here. And this house has 200 amp service. And you can see there's a lot of extra spots in here too. So if you ever wanted to expand the system, or who knows, put a hot tub or something like that, and you've got plenty of space and power to do that. So there you go. That is the house on Lamplighter.